Well, good morning, everyone. It's day 7 for us on the trail, and yesterday we did our first resupply in a very small town called Jefferson, Colorado. Not even a red light, it was just a collection of, I don't know, 7 or 8 buildings, it seemed like, where an old train depot used to be. So we got there early before the post office opened. Not necessarily that's what we wanted, but so it worked out. We ate breakfast at the market and then hung out for a couple hours. Got our stuff at the post office, and then we ate in this little brewery restaurant that was at the old train station. And that took we got grilled cheese and french fries, and it took us about 50 minutes, I think, to get our grilled cheese. It was really good, but they were backed up. So that burned about 5 hours of the day. So it was a short trail day yesterday. We came right back to town after we got a hitch. But then today is a 2-pass day, so we're going up Georgia Pass right now, which might be our first encounter with snow, and it takes us over 11,000 feet and up to about 11,800, and then the next pass is going to be at like 11,200. So we're both trying to drink a lot of water, since this will be, we're pushing our limits on how high we've been elevation wise. So Wally brings up a question right now about all these mosquitoes that you see. When can they stop breathing at high elevation? Because we'd really like them to go away. Our first snow. Ain't it pretty? None else around. We can tell we're getting a little higher though. The trees are getting shorter, and our breath is getting shorter. But we're probably at like 11,200. That's good. That's about right. So that's our first sight of snow. So anybody that wants some pretty incredible high elevation hiking, but not too terribly strenuous, segment 6 of the Colorado Trail. Pretty amazing so far, and we're only about 11 miles into it. I think it's about 30-something miles long. You can see Wiley up there on the horizon. He's probably right near the top of Georgia Pass, which is where we're going to take our mid-morning break. Hey, so today is going to be print identification day. When we were coming off of Georgia Pass back there earlier in the snow, we saw some more prints. And while we did see hikers with dogs, for some reason these prints look less like dog prints and more like cat prints. But I thought I'd put it out there to see what you guys thought it looked like. The pads to me kind of look, I don't know, a rounder. It seems like there's fewer pads than what I would see on a dog print too, but I'm no expert. So let me know what you think after taking a look. Hey, one new thing for today is we are now officially on the CDT, the Continental Divide Trail. As I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, they actually share a trail for a little while in Colorado. So we saw a blaze. I think we had been on the CDT for a while before we saw the blaze. We also saw a hiker going northbound on the CDT just as we were coming up to Georgia Pass. So he started at the Mexico border and he was headed to Canada. So that was pretty cool. Which kind of leads me to another thought I've been having, and that's, so he's going northbound. Obviously the CDT runs north-southbound. Well, the Colorado Trail kind of runs east to west. Kind of a little, northeast to southwest-ish. Not exactly east-west. So for those people out there that are familiar with the Colorado Trail, I have a question for you. If you're going from Denver to Durango, what do you call that? Like on the Pacific Crest Trail, for example, if you're going toward Canada, that's Nobo, N-O-B-O, or Sobo if you're going toward Mexico. What is it on the Colorado Trail? I've been calling it Swebo. I made up name for the direction we're going, but I doubt Swebo is it. Maybe it's Weebo and Ebo. Or maybe it's nothing. Just curious. So what do we have here in the middle of the forest? An octopus. I found it, honey. Our Christmas tree for this year. Did you bring the axe? Okay, so this always confuses me. So normally when a tree falls across the trail, like this one right here, the volunteers come and cut it and just move it to the side and leave it there. But why are they cutting all these trees and just leaving them? Makes no sense. I'm not a forest ranger either. Who knows? Another pretty tree right there. That might fit. is Wiley's best tent set yet. Actually, he's cleaning it up pretty good. I didn't get the bad stuff on film. He'll get it better. Here's my best set yet. I got my V right there in the middle. We're close because we're right here in this little area that has a lot of whatever deadfall or whatever you want to call it. So there's not a lot of options. We're at 11,000, over 11,000 feet right now. Hey there, today is going to town day. We just passed 100 miles just a little bit ago. Let's see what this sign says. Oh, this section is maintained by the Summit Fat Tire Society. So we passed 100 miles and we're heading into Breckenridge. We're probably only about 4 miles away. We've learned that we have to call it Breck. That's what all the locals call it. Supposedly there was a bike race called the Breck 100 this weekend. It's supposed to be where it's like a 100-mile loop, and part of it is on the Colorado Trail. But we've asked several bikers and they didn't know what we were talking about. So maybe we're off a week. We're probably a mile from town. Here comes two bikers right now. They're all over the place today since it's a Sunday and we're close to town. We just saw you guys.
I know, we went the wrong way.
You went the wrong way? I don't know. In the shade of the bus stop. Waiting on the bus. Headed to Breck.